Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Art of Emceeing 101, and this brings us to chapter number 3, the skills you require to be an MC. Okay, so point number 1, public speaking. Do you know it's one of the biggest fears in the world? Why don't you treat them as your friends, right? It's just easier if you started imagining having conversation with your best friend. And how does this conversation really start? It goes like, hey, this is what happened. Start it with that tone. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what? And slowly but surely, you will start loosening up the inhibition of being watched. Point number 2, presence of mind. Now, this can happen anywhere, right? Like I can plan my entire life, but something may come in between. And then I need to restructure myself to be able to attend and to be able to give into that entire day. Similarly, at an event, you could plan that the event will go exactly how you've thought it to be, but something may happen and it may all just change. So always know that you need to have a backup plan for your plan. And that can usually be overcome by sense of humor. It always works. So use skills of the improv, identify those people who are maybe heckling you, look at that person who's actually nodding his or her head in agreement with you, and then build from there. This brings me to my favorite point. Yes, it's point number 3, and it's about language, and it's about your diction. Very important, all right? So I heard this amazing little chat by Mr. Javed Akhtar, and he said, words are not thoughts. Like bricks are not homes, but you need bricks to make homes. And now imagine if you have fewer bricks, you can make a smaller home. Use the world of words to increase your vocabulary, to increase your language, and to increase the space in which you can play with. It allows you to interact and to express a lot more. And remember, every morning when you wake up, brush up on those skills of your diction. You know how I do it? I actually sit on the pot every single morning, pick up anything that is in your bathroom and read labels. Like for example, I'm reading PEG 55, propylene glycol. I don't know the meaning, but it allows me to roll my tongue. Also do a lot of exercises like open your mouth, feel free, interact with yourself, look at yourself in the mirror and have fun, because that's what you will be doing on stage without a mirror, but yes. And finally, the 4th point, voice modulation. So important because you know your heart does not beat like dub 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 or just dub 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 dub. No, it doesn't, right? It goes like dub 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 dub. That is what you can do with your voice. So use the higher tones, the lower tones to engage, to interact. Imagine you're telling a story and every story needs to have that effect, make it larger than life. Understand how your voice is coming from your belly, from your throat, from your chest, and use these skills of just your voice, play around with it so you can make that one beautiful dish that you serve to them with pride and with your presence. So imagine this really simple line. I was walking down the street and I saw a puppy. I was walking down the street and I saw a puppy. But imagine if I added a little twinkle to the eye and a little smile and I said, I was walking down the street and I saw a puppy. Now imagine if I could animate and bring to life this puppy, right? I was walking down the street and I saw this puppy. Do you feel me? If you do, then this is what you got to do. Point number 5, developing your personality, who you are. What is it that you like to do? Can you imagine your personal life and what you like can bring so much more to the stage? It's really important to know who you are. Are you a fun person? Then bring the fun element. Are you a very suave, poised, put together person? Then bring that to the event. But knowing who you are is very important. And this does not happen overnight. It takes lots of hits and misses to finally find your center and your comfort. So get into your own skin and find out. Point number 6, time management. So we've already run this before, right? Like the different kinds of events. Now imagine you've got 200 awards and you have just that much time on hand. Now the idea is to make sure that you run these 200 awards with the same excitement as you would if you were running, say, a 5-award evening. Right? Because you need to have these people constantly on their toes and constantly engaged with you. So the idea is, when you know you've got a lot of content to deliver, reduce the number of words you use. Always be aware that people need to get somewhere. So just be aware of your time management skills when you're running a show.